Moving ahead with our discussion about the teachings of Mahavir Swami and the doctrines of Jainism, after Lord Mahavir attained enlightenment, he started trying to spread his knowledge among the common people, which ultimately led to the development of a very large number of followers who identified themselves later on as believers in Jainism or the philosophy that Mahavir Swami, or the direction or the path that the Mahavir Swami showed to the common people. Jainism believes that the highest goal of human life is the attainment of moksha or salvation, and that can be attained only by observing the three ratna or the three jewels. The three ratnas, according to Jainism, are right knowledge, right faith, and right action or conduct. Right knowledge means to make efforts to achieve knowledge, removing the darkness of ignorance. Right faith means to have faith in the Tirthankaras and devotion towards truth. Besides, the right action or conduct means to perform good deeds which could make life of poor common people easier. The most important thing in Jainism is that the entire world is animated. It believes that everything has a life. What we think as non-living also has life, also has soul. So we should not do any such thing which could hurt them. According to this view, the soul does not live only in human beings or those which appear to be living like animals, birds, etc., plants, trees, everything, stones, water, air, everything have soul, and therefore there should not be any violence against anything living or non-living. In fact, the principle of ahimsa is the main theme of Jain philosophy. It has left its mark on the Indian thinking as a whole. According to the Jain tradition, the cycle of birth and rebirth is shaped through karma. The fruit of the conduct that the man performs goes on accumulating, and the soul has to take birth time and again to reap it. Man can escape from it by annihilating the karmas. By his good deeds, man can end this cycle of birth and rebirth. And the rebirths that take place, that is basically based on one's karma or karma. One cannot make oneself free from the cycle of karma without renouncing the world. Thus, monastic existence is a necessary condition for salvation according to the Jain tradition. Jains lays much emphasis on 5 vows that should be taken by the Jain monks and the nuns, and which should be followed very properly. And these 5 vows are non-violence, truth, non-stealing, non-possession, and celibacy. So these are the main ideals of Jainism. And Lord Mahavir, after attaining enlightenment, he started spreading it among the common people, and lots of people became his followers. They came to be known as Jains, and slowly it started becoming popular, and Jainism later on became a prominent way of attaining salvation among the common people during that period of time, and it's still followed by a large number of people in our country. One thing should be kept in mind, that we are talking about separate religions like Jainism and Buddhism, but when it was promoted, when its ideals were spread by enlightened persons like Lord Mahavir and Lord Buddha, it was not their effort to bring out a new religion. The Brahminical religion was there. It had become difficult for the common people to practice it because of the superstitious beliefs and rituals that existed over there. But these philosophical ideologies that came forward, which we know today as Jainism and Buddhism, these were just reform movements. You can just take it as reform movements in Hinduism and Brahminical traditions. And these great enlightened persons showed a different path to the common people through which they can attain salvation. So these were their attempts were not to promote or develop a new religion other than Hinduism or Brahminical religion. It was just another path that was shown uh, to the common people through which they can also attain salvation. But later on, the followers of these streams identified themselves as a separate religion, and they identified themselves as being Jain or Buddhist. But the intention of the founders of this religion was not to found a new religion, but to bring about the or remove the drawbacks that existed in the Brahminical religion, or the problems that has emerged up because of the superstitious belief in rituals and other things which existed in the Brahminical religion.